So yeah, today we're running quite a peculiar gimmick. I got like a bunch of different Pokemon on this team, but the main gimmick is to use the Calyrex Ice Rider. Like, we run max speed, which means if we get +1 speed somehow, we are going to be outspeeding the base 100s like Charizard and Zapdos, Galar, all these we're going to be outspeeding with +1 speed. It actually doesn't matter what the spread is, I feel. It's all about attack instead with weakness policy, but you might be asking, like, what do we use to proc the weakness policy? Well, we got Brutal Swing Landorus for some reason, but that's for more reasons, more than that later. But we got Oranguru, which Brutal Swings the Calyrex Ice Rider. It procs the weakness policy, and then after that, the Symbiosis ability activates, giving the Choice Scarf to Calyrex, efficiently giving it +1 speed. And Calyrex Ice Rider does really good damage. It got Glacial, one of the best moves in the game, of course, because it hits both foes and it's 100% accurate and very powerful. If only it would have been special, but we can't just win them all. Other than that, bunch of coverage moves. I don't think I used Heavy Slam even once in my lettering session. I used High Horsepower and Close Combat like once each, because opponent led with like Coaching Anti or some sort, and I wanted to go for Close Combat against some Steel type, I believe. So yeah, that's the idea. We just go for Brutal Swing with Choice Scarf speed as well. Of course, Oranguru uses the Choice Scarf and then gives the Choice Scarf because of the dynamic speed in the Generation 8. We immediately get a speed boost on Calyrex Ice Rider. So yeah, that's just like, I feel it's beautiful. And then we can instruct the Calyrex Ice Rider into more Glacial Lances. Of course, at a little bit lower speed, but we got max speed on Oranguru. So we are still outspeeding stuff like Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Zygarde, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, other two moves are Psyshock for the consistent damage, and you would not even believe how a Light Switch was useful. So I used it so many times today, and you're gonna see in the battle session. Of course, we use the Light Switch a lot. And because we get rid of Choice Scarf, we get rid of a Choice Lock from Brutal Swing, so we can use any of these moves, any of these 4 moves freely, right after I hand the Choice Scarf onto the Calyrex Ice Rider. So yeah, Light Switch is on a daily menu on this team as well. Now, so this team just doesn't lose automatically to a bunch of other stuff. I feared 2 things. I feared Sun, so I gave Landorus Safety Goggles. With max attack investment, we actually one-shot Venusaur with max Airstream, guaranteed. And then I added a bunch of like different coverage moves. Rock Slide, Quake Slide combination for a bunch of great coverage. Brutal Swings to possibly self-proc Calyrex, but it also deals with the Calyrex Shadow Rider in the back, because usually we just take a double knockout against the Calyrex Shadow Rider, team, and because like Calyrex Shadow Rider fears the Oranguru Trick Room setup because it cannot go for Astral Barrage against it, it usually doesn't lead against us. And then the opponent got it in the back, brings it in the back, goes the Calyrex Ice Rider with the Astral Barrage, because that even ignores a Light Switch. Then we bring in Landorus against the Calyrex Shadow Rider, and we just go for Max Darkness, which opponent cannot expect. Whew, you're gonna see this bunch of times happening, so if you do not know what I'm exactly talking about, you're gonna see it as an example. Now, Incineroar was kind of the glue to the team, more Intimidate, more Trick Room interaction, since even though it looks like we got Trick Room mode, we do not have it, and thus we have pretty bad matchup against Trick Room, but Incineroar's antics with Fake Out, Parting Shot, Intimidate, together with Calyrex's incredible bulk and bulk increasing max Steel Spike and max Quake, make the Trick Room matchup a bit better. And this combo, alright, so Regulator plus Zapdos was supposed to be my counter-actionization. It didn't work so well. The idea was to actually go for as following. We just pressured the team immensely with Zapdos. Lapras gets pressured by Max Lightning. Incineroar gets to it good by Max Airstream. Zacian gets to it good by Max Flare. And we could still do something like set up Electric Train with Thunderbolt for Max Lightning and set up the Electric Train for Rising Bolt Regieleki, which then does over 90% to pretty much everything on the Zacian team, including Zacian, Incineroar, Lapras, and a bunch of other stuff like Thunderous. Actually, Thunderous Levitate, so excuse me, that's like 45% to that guy. So yeah, that's the idea of this combo. We got Ancient Power for whatever reason. I literally got the Ancient Power on this moveset for no reason. I literally realized it after I got to like 1300s. Then I got this move on myself. But I just let it stick there, and then it had some entertaining battles as well. I didn't get Ancient Power Beast, but Max Rockfall through some opponents of God pretty well. Especially if Voltos next to Raichu, for example. Other than that, this combo is also perfect for counteracting Tornado, because we take the Water Spout with the Focus Sash. Well, for example, the Tornado set up Stalemate, which makes the Kyogre immediately gain a Speed Boost from Stalemate. It Water Spouts, does big damage, but because we got Assault Blast on Zapdos, we take below 50% from the Water Spout, and because we Dynamax as well. And Regieleki also takes the attack because of the Focus Sash, Electrowebs them both below 50%. I get Airstream Boost, so Regieleki is faster than everything on opponent team, including Kartana. And yeah, it gets kind of messy for the opponent afterwards, because opponents' Water Spouts don't, Origin Pulses don't do nearly enough to KO the Zapdos. Max Flare does major damage to opponent's Kartana. Regieleki is just Speedy Gonzalez doing Electrowebs all over the opponent's team. And yeah, I can just combo Max Airstreams with Electroweb as well for incredible. So basically I get speed advantage even though they got the Tailwind set up, so yeah. So yeah, that's the basic game plan. I got kind of irritated by Steel type legendaries. This team has very bad matchup against them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I added Will-O-Wisp, Prankster Sabla as my alternative counteraction to it. We got Quash and Sucker Punch to counteract some other legendaries like Calyrex Shadow Rider. Soul Glow doesn't appreciate being quashed, and Calyrex Ice, yeah, it likes the quash support, and I can self-proc myself with Sucker Punch as well. So yeah, that's the team right now. So hopefully you learned something new, and I'll catch you next time in the next video. So enjoy the battle session.